Hey guys, it's Dan, and today we're going to be doing another Walking Dead video leading up to The Walking Dead Season 8. Now today I want to talk about a panel that we had at Comic-Con with Robert Kirkman and him talking about and him confirming that Rick Grimes will not survive The Walking Dead. And, Man, that's really terrible because, of course, Rick Grimes is the main character of the Walking Dead comics and in the show, and definitely getting that, out there to the internet and to the web, just like that, man, dropped right in front of us, I think that's big news. That really is. So that I hear a lot of people now, saying, "Oh, well, does that mean that Negan will survive longer than Rick?" No, I think what Robert Kirkman means by this is that it's going to happen a long time from now. Not season 8, not season 9, not even 10. Later on. And I mean that in both the comic and in the show. The comic, even issue 200, that it's possible because it's issue 200, but Robert Kirkman said that he has plans for the Walking Dead comics to go as far as like 500, and that would mean that I don't think he would actually kill Rick off that soon in the comics either. I personally think that Rick will probably be killed off around issue 300, 400, 500, if they get to that point in the comics. I think that's likely. Maybe 250 if they really just want to kill him off really soon. But, I still think in the comics, Rick has some story left. I don't think he's, done completely. And, of course, in the show, they're not even close to where they are in the comics right now. So, obviously, they're not going to kill him off right now in the show either. And we know that he won't die in Season 8 because we see, a sneak peek of him from Season 9 in the trailer, right? With the, New Beginning Rick. So, that would mean that Rick survives All Out War, and that means he will not be killed off this season like a lot of people are worried about. This is just confirmation that The Walking Dead will end without Rick. That is what it basically means. Could it be some kind of ending like Breaking Bad where, he dies at the end? Yeah, sure. That's honestly something I've always thought they should end The Walking Dead like. I did a video a couple weeks back talking about how they should end The Walking Dead, and I think that it will probably be Rick dying at the end and having a different route after that, and kind of having that be the close of The Walking Dead, and then that's when everybody that's left kind of comes together and just fight the walkers, and and that we come to some kind of conclusion after Rick dies. That is something that I feel like should happen, but I think, to be honest with you, I think Rick is probably good for a good few years, at least in the comic. In the show, yeah, he's good for a long time. I don't even think season 10. In the comics, if they want to kill him off in 200, they can do it, but I think it would work better a long time from now, before the series ends. Like, I think the series should end with Rick dying. And you know what? That's still possible, Because even if he dies at the end, he still technically wouldn't survive The Walking Dead. So that theory of mine could actually still come true at the end of the series. But I am happy that Kirkman did kind of decide to put it out there and say, no, he's not surviving the show. He is not going to be the leader after the show ends. Because, to be honest with you, what conclusion would you come to, Because, it's like Rick is getting more beaten as the series goes on. Rick, especially in the comics, loses his hand, and his legs, gotten all, wrecked, from Negan, and we'll see that in the TV series as well. And he's gotten more beaten over time. So it makes sense that over time he gets closer and closer to the end of The Walking Dead where we see him die, and then somebody else takes over like Carl. I think that would really benefit the show. I think that would be perfect. So I think what Kirkman is saying here is that I think, he's probably going to kill him off, but it's probably going to be at the end, I feel like, because you can't kill him off, let's just make for an example. The single issue that's coming out this Wednesday, issue 170, if you guys are not watching this this video years later, so hopefully that's not, hopefully you're not watching this years later and he's already been killed off, but anyway, point to the point, let's say The Walking Dead issue 170 was released, this Wednesday, which is going to be, so I will have my review up for that, and he gets killed off at the end of the issue. Weird time, right? So it's not going to be like people think, where it's going to happen really soon. No, he's teasing later on. That is what Kirkman is doing here. So, wanted to put that out there, but I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. And do you guys think Rick Grimes will die early on? Not early on in the actual show and comic, because it's too late for that. The show and the comic are already really far ahead in the story. But, I mean, like, do you guys think, oh, he'll die really soon, like season 8 or 9 in the TV show and issue 200 in the comics? I think in the comics, it's going to be after 200. It's definitely going to be after 200, maybe even after 300. And in the TV show, it's going to be after, a long, couple seasons, that type of deal. Rick has a lot of story left, so I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. But Kirkman at least, came out there and confirmed it. So I guess that's basically the point of this video, is to kind of talk about it. So anyway, guys, make sure to write your comments below. Do you guys agree with it? Do you guys think that it's a good idea to end The Walking Dead with the death of Rick, or even before the end of The Walking Dead? I think if it's at the end of The Walking Dead, sure. If it's not, well, then it has to be at the right time. Otherwise it kind of messes up the series. But I have faith in Kirkman, so I wouldn't worry about it. So anyway, guys, make sure to write your comments below, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another video.